Okay, people, we back from the weekend. I wanted to talk about this right quick because it leads into some other stuff I wanted to discuss. But as you see from the headline here, it says a black judge under fire for calling out racism. We jumping right in on a Monday morning, people. So, from what's happened, what we have here is a black elected. Let me emphasize the word elected to judge elected to Louisiana's 16th Judicial District. Now, first of all, we're talking about Louisiana, so keep that in mind as well. Who actually took a stance and called out how black people were being treated unfairly. Now, I'm going into the historical of judges dropping punishment on black people disproportionate to the crimes they commit. This actually goes to show you the type of power wielded by judges, which is why I try to go in and stress that we need to, our fight against racism, in my opinion, is wrong. So we're marching, we're getting these people to be millionaires, but that's not the power in this country. Business is all cool, and I'm not knocking anybody for being a millionaire, but that's not the power source in this country. The power source in this country is positions that exert authority over everything else. One of those positions is the judges in America. They bring down the rulings on everything from speeding tickets to corporate businesses. So corporate businesses have a steadfast interest in knowing who sits on the bench at any given time of a court in any given place, because judges have that power. So instead of trying to, push the who wants to be a millionaire by being an athlete, who wants to be the millionaire by being an entertainer, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, those are arts, but those don't have power. They have a platform to speak, but in the end, the power resides elsewhere. And the judges is one of the places where the power resides. They're pulling a bait and switch on us. They're giving us the opportunity to be millionaires, but not in the industries that have power. And so what you see what's happening is the fear is starting to come out as they see educated black people that are getting in positions of actual power. They're seeing black people in positions that they depend on for not only their livelihood, but for their lives. And so this is another fight for them altogether, because look what they're doing. Anything you say about racism, they're trying to put on the forefront. Anything that you're saying that this is why black people have been oppressed, they're trying to put on the forefront, as in they can't do their jobs because they're discriminating against white people. No. No one's discriminating against white people, but positions of power are letting us temper and change how black people are being abused. And that's one of the things that they don't want to have, because when you're in a position as a police officer, a firefighter, an EM, when you're in those positions that their lives depend on, they're singing a different tune. They started, not racism comes to the forefront. Now we got to do this, put these laws into place. See, That's where they go for the power structure. We're going for the foundation that they have stood on for hundreds of years now. They don't like that. Don't think we haven't done this before, but in the age of technology, we're able to better see that we've always been here. That the narrative that they're trying to push us back, is no longer working, because we can better communicate with people on the other side of the country. We can better communicate and see what they're going through. We have always been pioneers. We have always been teachers. We have always been nurturers for the world. But when you have greedy people who want to take over everything, you get pushed to the side. Now that technology is allowing us to see the push, it's time to teach our children that you don't have to be an entertainer. You don't have to be a musician. You don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to, they're not quick money jobs, because a lot of those people have paid their dues. But you don't have to be simply what they give you. You can be something and become something that gives them, where you hold the power that they strive for. The underlying system breaks down when they no longer have that power. And that's why they went after this judge. And there is absolutely no question that they went after this judge simply because she is in a position of power. She works in a mostly affluent white area, and she has the power over them, because the DA has to go to the judge, the police have to go through the judge, and being an elected official, they can't just get rid of her. There are certain steps that they have to take, and from what I've been reading, community's not having it, because simply saying something is not a crime. Simply saying that racism exists is not a crime. Simply saying that black men and black people getting simple pulled over for traffic violations are in fear for their lives, there's no crime in saying that. And once you get in the position of power that she's in, she can change that. Yes, this takes many years. It's not going to be a quick process to get in these positions of power. But we can end up leaving these positions of power and letting them write the narrative, and you end up getting these comparisons. This is what happens when they write the narrative. Their police officers picked up one guy who had actually killed people. He had a good old time. Their police officers suspected something else from a black individual, and the lady is dead. That is the baseline of the power they have, and it's real simple. We got to work harder. We are working harder, and I love to see what's going on. But we need to stop letting them write the narrative when this is the time, especially since black people are trending, that we have to step up and do what's necessary. That's my Monday rant. I appreciate everybody listening to me, anybody. And I will speak with you all later.